see.
Hey everyone, SafeLocked here on behalf of the league team. We have a lot to cover today,
Is it
including our
good?
plans for preseason, challenges,
Rep
and
Yuzu?
game modes. But first, let's talk about the state of the game.
Just woke up? Yeah, I stayed up late, dude. It's fine,
Overall,
okay,
we're
good.
pretty happy with the state of league this season.
Oh!
But before we get into the details,
Already it's
let's
over.
dive into a topic that's
The
been
video's
pretty
already
popular
ruined.
lately, which is new champion balance.
Overall, we're happy
When
with
we
the
look
state
at
of
the
the game.
data, we actually
It's
see that
okay.
new champions have been pretty balanced on release this year.
Oh,
with the
Gwen
exception
balanced
of
on
Dr.
release.
Mango.
It's okay, no, it's okay.
That said,
it's
there's
okay.
more to healthy gameplay than just win rates.
True.
And we're still hearing that new champions feel unfair to play against, particularly when it comes to complex abilities or overloaded kits.
Oh, overloaded
If
kits.
we're
Bro,
being
like they know
completely
he's
honest,
overloaded.
we don't
bro.
think our champions
It's okay.
have overloaded kits overall. But that being said, there have been times when we've given new champions too many tools and had to pull back later to give them more clear
Viego balance on
weaknesses.
release.
For example, Samira's ability to dash to allies was removed because it provided too much safety. Combined with her missile blocker, it made CCing her too difficult, especially since that's one of her main forms of counterplay.
Alright.
Another thing we consider
Sure.
when we hear a champion feels bad to play against is their intended complexity. We try to make a healthy mix of high, medium, and
What am
low
I
complexity
watching, dude?
champions. In this way, whether you like mechanical skill expression, point and click simplicity, or something in between, there's a new champion that interests you. For example, with Vex, we wanted to create a champion that was fairly easy to pick up, and we're happy to see she's hitting that
Played
mark.
remounting in 1 second, for
But
example.
beyond just how complex a champion is to play, there's also how
Blend
difficult they are
balance.
to understand. We
Okay.
want new champions to have unique gameplay.
This is just
so you shouldn't need a
generic
rookie to
talk.
know
Like this
how
is
to play
whatever.
with
They're just
or
talking
against
about. This is what they say
Learning
every
counterplay is a
season.
skill test we do think
This
is
is
important,
whatever.
but knowing what
One
a
is
champ
immune.
can or can't do shouldn't be a part of it. This clarity is something we haven't always hit the
What's
mark
happening
on,
here?
especially with champions like Aphelios, who not only has a
Is
complex
is that his like
but was
gun?
also lacking UI clarity when he was released.
Are they adding that? That's not in
Designing
the
new
game,
champions
right?
is a constant balance between making something that's exciting, has clear
No, that's not
counterplay,
in the game.
and isn't confusing.
Discord leaked on the
We're
top
still
left.
trying
You
to
see
find
that?
that line, but we want to
Yeah,
get to a
Discord
spot where new
names.
champions aren't just numerically balanced, but that you all feel they're fair to play against.
I think got a
Beyond
kill.
new champion releases, this
Talking a
season
whole
we've
lot
seen
of no.
wide
Yeah, whatever. They're
variety
not.
of
They're
picks
just. This is
every
just the
role.
intro. It said
We've
intro
also
at the
seen a healthy
beginning.
improvement in diversity of playstyles across roles,
Okay,
especially
diversity.
in jungle and top lane. Some of this is due to direct champion changes, such as the kit adjustments.
This
that
can't
enable
work. This
picks
is a
like
fake play.
Darius,
That's a fake play.
Brand, and
It's a
Morgana.
fake play.
New items
That's a
like
play that
Captain's
tries to get
Change
you to
and
play when
Hullbreaker
you watch that.
also had a
It's a
positive
fake
impact,
play. That doesn't
especially in
happen.
top lane
No way
where
he
there's
got
a
away
ton of
with that.
champion diversity.
Fake
Finally, we know
fake
that some
play.
champion classes have been struggling after the item system update,
Okay.
and we've been
Sorian's
working on
dead,
some
surely.
solutions to help them out. And this
How did
brings
he
us
just
to our
jump
plans for
again?
preseason. With that, I'm going to hand things off to Brightmoon.
that like
who'll
a-
go
is that
more
gonna
in
be a new
depth on
thing?
the upcoming changes.
He definitely just jumped again.
And we've been working on some solutions to help them out.
What was that, bro?
And this brings us to our plans for
Just jumped
preseason.
again.
With that, I'm going to hand things off to Brightmoon. We'll go more in depth
Alright,
on the
Bright
upcoming
Moon.
changes.
Riot Bright Moon, allegedly. Who is this? I don't know who that is. I'll see.
Hey everyone,
Oh, this
I'm
guy.
Brayden, the lead
I
producer of
don't know who it is.
gameplay on League of Legends. League is like a house. Sometimes
I don't like
we
this
need to
guy.
do a big
Already, I
renovation
don't
to
like
keep
this
it
guy.
working
It's not
well,
like a house.
like when we overhauled the item system. And sometimes we just need to add some new furniture.
What?
For this year's preseason,
I don't like this
we're
metaphor.
sprucing things up with improvements to our existing
Okay, the new
systems,
season.
like items, runes,
Season
and
12
the
is
elemental rift.
saved.
Let's start with our plans for items. While some champions and classes
Who's that
have
Sona,
lots of
bro?
build
Look
options,
at her aura. It's
we've still
huge.
got others that don't feel like they've got a mythic or legendary that really speaks to them.
That's me.
So we're going to be adding
That's
some
us.
new items and tweaking some others.
That's us. Champion that
This
doesn't
will
have a
include
mythic.
2 new mythic items. The first one is a support tank item, perfect for champions that want to get aggressive and charge into the middle
Support
of a fight.
tank.
When you immobilize an enemy champion, all nearby enemies will take increased damage from your team for a short period of time.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Second
Wait, isn't
new
that
mythic
already?
item is built for mages who are looking
Hold
for
on, hold
a
on,
little-
hold on, hold on. When you I guess it's like adaptive helm, but it's like AOE or not adaptive helm. What is that shit called? Abyssal mask. Yeah, it's like abyssal mask. I was like, wait a second, don't we already have that? But it's okay. I guess it's just AOE. New idea. My bad.
little more survivability.
For
It
mages,
grants damage reduction that lingers
Guys
for
taking no
3 seconds
damage.
after you
Okay.
get hit.
Talon did
While the
100 damage
protection
then right
holds,
there.
You'll also get ability haste.
Oh,
I think
and
it'll be
haste, bro.
particularly good for longer range mages who need a mythic that helps
What-
them
what is this?
survive a dive rather than pile on extra damage.
Just taking no damage.
When
Well, what was that
updated League's
shield?
item system, we wanted to give every champion strategic choices in every game. We still think that's the right goal for mythics, but our thinking has changed when it comes to legendary items.
Mage
We think
shield.
it's
bro.
okay if some champions build the same legendary in most games if it's a perfect fit. But we also
That's
want
me.
you to have plenty
You
of
almost
options,
every game.
which is why we're improving legendaries for mages, assassins, and tanks. For
But not
example,
bruisers. It's okay.
assassins
Clid
can look
can buy
forward to a new
assassin items.
legendary item that gives ability haste.
Okay, it's
also
so obvious that
refunds
those
a
are
portion of
bots,
their
but we're not gonna
ultimate
say anything.
cooldown
Those are
when
clearly
enemy
bots right
tanks.
there.
Tanks that can never get enough mana will be happy with a new legendary item that grants bonus health based on total mana, and also burn some of it to create a shield whenever
Oh,
they
I saw
immobilize
this
an
item.
enemy. And finally, mages who are
tank
tired of
tier
being
item.
denied their hard-earned kills can rejoice.
Not me.
They'll be receiving a new legendary that grants magic pen against recently shielded enemies.
Reasonably
As for
shielded.
runes, we think there are some good targeted changes we need to make.
Do small shields not count?
Most of all, we feel the Inspiration Tree's identity has been pretty unclear, and we'd like to broaden its keystone use cases. For example, we're reworking Glacial Augment to double down on its fantasy of slowing down enemies. We're also making
fantasy
some
of
modifications
slowing
to
down
lethal
enemies?
tempo to lean into its attack speed fantasy and give it a more distinct use case in the Precision Tree.
How could they
Next are
change it, I
bounties.
wonder?
Champion bounties give teams who are behind a way to get back into the game without being a straight shot.
Why did Vega roll nothing?
And this year, we're adding a second way for teams to try and make a comeback.
No.
Objective bounties will work like champion bounties, except you cash them in by taking map objectives,
No.
like towers or Baron.
You have to buff Baron.
They ramp up slowly when the
If
enemy
you
team
can
lead
shut
grows,
down
and
Baron,
the bounty is shared with your whole team.
you better tell me
regardless of who
you can
cleans it.
make Baron easy, like harder to
Taking
do. It's so
objectives
easy to
really
do
is
right
the
now.
best way to come back when you're behind. So we want to help make that a clearer and more rewarding strategy. That said, if a team is really far ahead, objective
I don't want to
bounties
hear
won't
shut
change
down
that.
when the enemy team does Baron
The
in
better
2
team
seconds.
should always get you a win. So we'll be watching the new bounty system closely to keep
This is already ruined. I don't want more
Finally,
bounties.
let's
The
talk
bounties
about
I
our
have in the
biggest
game are so
addition
bad.
this preseason.
They're so stupid the way it
Dragons.
works.
We really like how
Okay,
each dragon
dragons.
creates unique terrain, grants powerful buffs, and adds more strategy to the mid and late game. So this preseason, we're adding 2 more.
2
Up
more?
First is the Hextech Dragon.
Those are like still
When your
RNG.
team defeats it, you'll all gain additional ability haste and attack speed.
Okay,
If you claim
haste
the
and
soul,
attack speed.
you'll receive a chain slow that works kind of like Static Shiv's passive. When this dragon takes over the
Damn.
rift, it creates Hextech gates that can transport you to set locations across the map. The second dragon joining the party.
For
is
example,
Hextech
I mean,
Gates
could I have known
Dragon
more
takes
about
over the
that?
rift,
It seemed kind of like
Hextech gates
a
that can
little big
transport
deal.
You to set locations across the map.
I mean, where is
The
it?
second dragon joining the party
Portals?
is
Why don't we
Hextech's
just move
darkness
on?
sibling, the
Like, and
Camtech.
after that,
When you slay it, your team will deal increased damage when your HP is low.
okay,
letting you
last
turn
stand.
around those close team fights. This Dragon Soul provides a second chance at life. Well, sort of.
What
When you die, you'll enter a zombie state.
gives you
where you can
sound
still cast
passive?
abilities and
So you
continue
can
fighting
cast.
when you'd normally be looking at a gray screen. And when the Chemtech Dragon putrefies the
I
map,
don't understand. So are they gonna change the dragons that are in the game already? Also, whoops. Because I mean, how is that not just better than Infernal? It gives you damage when you're low and it revives you. So how is that not just better than Infernal? So why is there even like, why is there multiple damage dragons? They're not gonna rework the old ones? I mean, I'm sure they will, right? They can't just keep them the same. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's like sound passive, but you can cast and everything. He talks about it? Okay. We know these look better.
you'd
Okay.
be looking at a gray
Let's
screen.
see, let me hear it.
And when the Chemtech Dragon putrefies the map, it creates camouflage zones in fixed locations.
No, dude. What are you, stealth?
These dragons might seem
Or
more
just fog of
impactful
war?
than the current ones, and, well, they are. Our goal is to add more unique
guy's
encounters
pissing
and
me
meaningful strategy to the mid and late game.
I don't know why.
That said,
pissing me
these
off.
are some pretty big changes, and we're ready to adjust if they're
Okay.
making too much, too little of an impact.
So they will change the
You
dragon.
can expect to see all
basically
of
is
these
what he
changes
said.
on PBE in a couple of weeks, and we'll be looking for your feedback in the months ahead.
So, well, they are. Just pissing me off, bro.
Outside of preseason, something
Okay,
we've heard
is this
from
the
all of you
achievement
is that
shit?
you'd like
I don't care
more
about
ways to
this.
express yourself and your
If
achievements.
remounting will
in the league.
prevent death by the Drake
For some
Soul,
of you, ranked is how you define your progress, and that's great.
there's
We
no
don't
way.
want to
It
change
drains your
that.
HP so
But
fast.
for those of you who aren't focused on the rate climb, there aren't great ways to express your own progress. Champion Mastery and
Basically said Eternals
help
were
you show off your
useless.
skills
We gotta
on a
try again.
particular
That's basically
channel,
what he just said.
But they don't tell the story of your broader league
So,
legacy.
so it seems nobody likes
The new
Eternals.
challenges system should achieve just that.
But those were
Challenges
Eternals.
rank up over time, showcasing your increasing mastery and legacy across a bunch of different systems, modes.
Okay, so you have like your achievement ranked. So if you don't want to play a real ranked, you can just get achievements and get like Diamond Challenger, I guess. Hella damage. Deal more than Y damage. Okay, that's just an example. In ARAM. Oh. These are all ARAM actually on the screen. In the corner? Which one? Top left? Where? Bronze. Who cares? Yeah, nah, they moved on from ranked, bro. We're trying to make some more Eternals. That's what they're doing.
Modes and gameplay, making it a little different than just a standard achievement. We want to highlight not just your rank and champion mastery, but also your inventiveness,
Rune King tab.
breadth of play styles, collection, and
I didn't see it.
champion.
Hold on.
A little different.
Am I blind? Oh yeah, I mean Ruin King, yeah, but what is it? It's just like a, what is that? I mean, do they talk about it?
Than just a standard achievement. We want to highlight not just your rank and champion mastery.
The client looks nice,
but also
yeah.
your inventiveness.
But does it work?
Play styles, collection, and everything else.
Does it
in
work
between.
though?
Wanna
The
show
titles?
finesse.
Oh, collector. First of all, this guy's name is Barack Obama, and he's the collector. Delivery cat. Okay. FedEx. I mean, what is this, dude? What am I reading? What am I reading? So they just put titles on your name, right? That's all it is.
Breadth of play styles,
Who
collection,
cares?
and everything else in between.
Smite has that
Want to
actually.
showcase your knack for never dying in ARAM? Or how great
Your
you are
knack
at
for
killing
never
minions
dying in
SR
ARAM? That's
the first 10
trolling.
minutes?
You're trolling if you never
Maybe
die
you've
in ARAM. You
collected
have to
over
die.
100 champions.
How's that a
Love
knack?
participating in events. All
Yo,
of this is
Thanatos,
now
thanks for the
possible
7
to
months, bro.
track
Appreciate it, man.
and
Thank you very
display your
much.
Progress with challenges. You'll get the first glimpse of
Said
challenges.
your
when they
knack
hit
for
PB
not dying in
next month.
ARAM. That's
The
grieving.
full system will launch early next year.
Okay.
That's all I have to share with you today. Thanks so much for watching. And here's Safe
Okay,
Locked again
gonna
to
say.
talk about game modes.
Game modes.
When it comes to game modes, one thing we've been hearing from you all is that you'd like more variety in the modes we bring back.
But fix the
alongside
game in the
events.
ladder? No,
So
no,
let's
no.
talk about it. To start, we actually agree that the
Ooh,
existing
shit, that
rotation
guy's
of game
hauling
modes
ass,
can make
bro.
some of the most popular modes.
Okay,
like Earth,
hold on, hold
One-
on.
We
This
actually
Jin
agree that
is
the existing
playing
rotation
like
of
me,
game
bro.
modes
How did he
can make
walk
some
back
of the
into
most
that
popular
boomerang?
modes
Was he
like
that
Earth
fast?
and One for All
That was
feel a bit
terrible.
stale. Some of you have asked
Okay,
why
One
we
for
just don't
All.
bring back some of our other older game modes
Who's
like
that?
Star Guardian
Star Guardian?
Invasion or Ascension to mix things up. And
This
the answer
ugly
is
ass
that
map
bringing
off
back
of
old
my
modes isn't
screen.
as easy as flipping a switch.
Such an old video.
The League is constantly
It's like
changing,
old champions all
which
over the
means all
place.
of our existing modes require constant upkeep. For example, when we released Yumi, we had to figure out how she'd function in One for All. What happens when a Yumi attaches to a Yumi who is attached to a Yumi? Because of upkeep like this, we have to be very
ask.
selective about the modes we maintain. And right now, there are just too few popular modes that feel worth the investment compared to making brand new modes.
Where's the
or
Bilgewater
more
game
resonant
mode?
ones for you. We've mentioned this
Bring
before,
back
but
that
we
one.
think the sweet spot for game modes are ones that amplify champion fantasies and really build on what you love about your champs and Summoner's Rift. So moving forward, we're focusing on adding more game modes that hit this goal.
They gave one
And to
example.
that, let's talk about Ultimate Spellbook. First and foremost, you all
My
seem to really
God.
love this one.
Ariel
It was
thing.
one of our highest engagement modes ever, second only to Earth. And beyond popularity, we're super happy with how long you spent making oversized champions with Cho'Gath Salt, and by that we mean the total amount of time you spent in Ultimate Spellbook stayed high throughout the event. That gives us confidence that it's worth keeping around. That said, there are some clear areas of feedback that we want to address. Junglers were forced to take Smite and another ultimate, which meant they couldn't choose another summoner spell. They also missed out on a
cares,
lot of
bro?
exciting plays
That's why
during
you're
the laning
jungle.
phase because they
Take
were
Smite.
stuck clearing camps. Beyond that, we
Damn,
also
that
heard that
combo.
games started to feel a little repetitive due to the small number of available ultimates. And we agree. So, this winter we'll be bringing back Ultimate Spellbook with a bigger ult pool. We'll also be making some adjustments for junglers to ensure that your experience in Ultimate Spellbook is just as fun as everyone else's. If you'd like to learn more about our approach
So
to
they're
game
buffing
modes,
junglers, is
you can
what I
check out
just
the
heard.
dev blog that's coming out today.
On the
That's all
game
we have
mode.
for today. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you're enjoying Worlds as much as we are. And for any pros watching,
Worlds.
once again, please pick a Moo Moo.
My ult. I mean, that wasn't that crazy. Let's try to
Well,
think
actually,
about what
why
they
clearing?
said. This first part was literally them saying nothing. They're saying new champions, pretty balanced. That's what they said. Then they said they're gonna add a couple new items, but they said assassin, but they didn't say the assassin example. They just showed the mage shield thing. So if it doesn't look like a shield, because it would be on your health bar, right?
More
But it's clearly
survivability.
shielding him.
It grants
from
damage
damage.
reduction that lingers for a few seconds after you get
Oh, you said damage reduction, so maybe it's like Malzahar passive, but it lasts longer. Like it's like a 90% damage. It looks like he's taking no
The
damage.
mythic item is built
So I'm
for
guessing
mages.
it's like some
We're looking
huge,
for
yeah, it's like a
little more
90, it's like
survivability.
Malzahar passive, but longer, so
It
better.
grants damage reduction
And you can
that
buy
lingers
it.
for a few seconds after you get hit. And while
I'm
the
guessing
protection
Malzahar
holds,
won't buy it.
you'll
That
also
sounds
get
useless
ability
then. It would
aids.
just double stack his
I think it'll be
passive.
particularly good for longer range
And then they said the tank support
And
one.
also,
Oh no, they
we
said
build
they
the
said an
same
assassin. What did they say?
legendary in most games
Let me hear.
if it's a perfect fit. But we also improving legendaries for example, assassins can look forward to a new legendary item that gives ability haste, and also refunds a portion of their ultimate's cooldown with enemy takedowns.
Okay. I skipped
Tanks
that part.
that can never get enough mana will
Well, that sounds kind of
be happy with
useless.
the good targeted
Unpled.
changes. For example,
The thing is,
we're
assassins
reworking
already have pretty
Glacial
low
Augment to double
cooldowns,
down on its
but
fantasy of slowing down enemies.
maybe it'll be like a
Behind
big
the-
amount. And then they said there's going to be bounties on objectives, which sounds terrible, but they need to buff the objectives then, because Dragon takes 2 seconds to solo for like every jungler, and Baron Baron's been too easy for so long. So easy to do. Yeah, I don't want to hear someone kill Baron and says shut down. When Vayne and their jungler just duos in 2 seconds. I don't want to hear that. And they talk about the new dragons.
And if you claim the soul, you'll receive a chain slow that works kind of like Static Shiv's passive.
Static
When this
Shiv was a
dragon
slow, and then it puts portals on the map. I mean, they're obviously going to change the other dragons, so. Then challenges, which nobody cares about. I don't care about. I'm guessing you automatically have the challenges on. The only use of the challenges is if it actually helps you level faster. That's what they said before. It might help you level an account. That's the only use of it. The only reason I would level another one, maybe, if it's really fast. They turn Bard into a dragon? Yeah. Cloud Soul. No, they're definitely going to rework the dragons, because compared to those, the current ones are going to be useless then. You'd rather have those new ones. And then they're going to bring back the ultimate game mode. Ultimate Spellbook. I mean, it wasn't really that much. It wasn't too much crazy stuff in there. Nothing like too crazy. It's kind of hard to kind of hard to know for sure though. Still, we know for sure what they are. Yeah, camo dragons.